Howdy, it's Giuseppe Bartoli. This is the post for Sunday, the 14th of June of 2020, and I'm going to read to you a poem from The Fifth Most Wanted Man by me, Giuseppe Bartoli, published by the illustrious Merrick Press in Grosse Pointe, Michigan, and Washington, D.C. The poem I'm going to read today is called The Public Health Plan, and I don't like conspiracy theories. I'm not a very big fan of them, although it fascinates me. But I do like researching things and drawing my own conclusions. I'm not for this whole idea of, vaccines. I have my own conspiracy is this vaccine with all these 5G towers is to put chips in you and control you. And I think we end up having ID cards when the vaccine, if it ever does come out with some solution to the problem, well, they'll know who you are everywhere at all times. They'll put chips in you and special cards, like DNA cards, and I think that takes away our rights. And I don't want corporations to know what I'm doing in the privacy of my own house if I want them to know I'm in my own house or not, or we're in my own house. I don't need to be tracked with GPS. You know, if that's how humanity is going, then we might as well just tear this whole thing down to shreds and get rid of it. Because that's not right. I'm not a computer. I'm not a cyborg. And going of that thought, in Peru we had the public health plan, in which Alberto Fujimori sterilized people from the Andes against their own free will, by trickery or by money or by deceit or by force. And the problem was that the average Lima family had about one child on average in the 80s, and maybe two at most, but it was up to 6 to 10 children in the provinces. It was a bit over 6 to medium. So there were more people in the provinces, and that's where all the problems were with the terrorists. So the government decided to sterilize people so there wouldn't be more people in the provinces, there would be more in the cities, which explains why now in metropolitan Lima, the immigration and the census is that we have about 14 million people in the region of Lima, maybe a bit more of all the illegal immigrants or immigration, and that means that half the country is in one city. So the goal is achieved. We have half the people here now, and I don't like what he did with trickery. There were ways of going about this, and I'm sure the World Bank had something to do with this. Not to mention names like Lagarde or something like that, who are for such horrible ideas. But anyway, this is the poem, The Public Health Plan. She got her generals handed back to her in a bunch after a 3-hour bus ride to the nearest medical post. There ain't no such thing as a free lunch. But it was not until she got off that she had a hunch, and it testifies on a bed something was soon to be tossed. She got her generals handed to her, back to her in a bunch, as her unconscious uterus reeled by surgeon's sharp punch, woke up to discover everything comes at a cost. There ain't no such thing as a free lunch. Forced back into the motor coach without a meal to munch, the poor stitching made her belly look embossed. She got her generals handed back to her in a bunch. The sounds of the clitoris gland going crunch when her menstruating cycle was for repulse. There ain't no such thing as a free lunch. Seen as a member from a race out of touch, who cared if an indigenous woman's rights were lost? She got her genitals handed back to her in a bunch. There ain't no such thing as a free lunch. Yeah, so this bill now obviously is a bit strong. This video will be for only those who are over 18 to see, but you know, I'm not gonna hide the truth of what happened. I want to speak for those people. They were lied to horribly. Like, everybody's been lied to. Like, the report of how many people died horribly lies to everybody. Like, the governments are lying the number of people who are sick and possibly about the illness and about the outcome.